Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 104, the 2-year anniversary. I'm your co-host, Yamjuice.
And I'm your co-host, Flex.
And today we've got a very special guest. We've got Mr. Shiznet 23.
Yay!
What's up, Shiz?
What's up?
And of course, we've got Mr. Denjoga.
Yay!
Mr. Willi Shot U in the middle.
Yay!
And on the right-hand side, we've got Headhunter 60Z. Yeah! T-Gizzle 423. Yeah!
Yeah, the Gizzle list.
And we've got a nice treat. Coming from MLG is Mr. Ozymandias.
Yes, hello everybody.
We got Mandy Button. Yeah! Returning. We got Irish Shark. Yeah!
That's me.
And brand new for the first time ever on the show is Cloud Boosted. Yeah! None other than Mr. Walmart Clown.
Ooh.
And Mr. Mango. Wow!
All right.
Is our good friend Mr. Jester Moon. Yeah! And Mr. Hatchet. Yeah!
Oh,
1 year. It seemed like that was one hellacious fast year.
It was. I'm taking off my hat.
What do you call your fans? Because my fans are minions. Are you guys like pairs of underwear? Is that what you guys call it?
They're,
Or do you call them the bullets that shoot the underwear?
the little panties.
The panties, yes. Hello, panties out there.
Pantymandius.
Pantymandius.
Hey, I like
The
that.
panties.
God damn it, Flex.
It was.
That was a great episode, by the way.
Hey, Yam busted me, man. There was like one we did when we did an episode, and it was like 1 a.m. here, and I was taking pain pills, and I took too many, and I dozed
Kind of
off.
zombied out, and it's like, can we shake him through the camera?
Oh my god. Okay, so my roommate collects gaming stuff, and he brought this home today.
Wow.
Wow.
I think I just jizzed in my pan.
Well, we have a different way of dealing with those people. We call them directly out. Like, we'll go over into the
Game lobby.
public game lobby and
Oh,
basically...
that's Mango's job.
Wait a minute. You make more friends than I do. Who are you kidding? You're
No,
the guy
I do it in the game. I do it. I say nothing to them. I fuck with them the whole game.
You stand
I
in
go
front of them and jump up and down like a little monkey.
I do.
Like,
The whole
trap them in
damn
corners
game.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I've
I
went
don't-
into game chat a few times.
I don't go have conversations with them though. That's Mango's job. But
Yeah.
if I catch
I've
people
done that.
cheating, I'll sit there and jump in front of them, lay down, and whatever. I do that with
Yeah.
the guys that won't cap a flag either. I do the same thing because we play a lot of domination. So if you're not capping the flag and you got 0, I don't care if you have 50,000 kills.
I know you'll see some guy run over the flag on his
Yeah.
way to to go head glitch somewhere.
Well, the unfortunate thing, for PTFO is you see a lot of the experts, and they're running by the flag. I'm just doing it for the video. Yeah.
We made, this was back, I don't know how many, at least 20-something years ago. We made these little claymation characters, like Rock Band characters. And we were gonna animate them. But we got them made, and then we didn't know what to do next, and I don't know, we went and smoked another bone and forgot all about it. I don't know. I actually have pictures of the character.
I
remember you sent that to me once.
So Denjoga, let's see this figure.
These are the two dudes, and this is our stage shot.
Oh wow, that is cool.
The heck of a mustache. I made the bass player, and my buddy Matt made the guitarist, who's some kind of alien slash kind of dude.
Yeah, the bass player looks like a slash crocodile mix.
No, the bass player is the guy on the right.
On my right? Yeah.
On the screen. Wait, that's the bass player.
All right. It looks like the other one's got the longer neck on it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Slash looks like a crocodile character, the guy with the hat on.
Really?
It's pretty cool. I'd never be able to come up with that. And then how do you how do you take that and animate it?
That we didn't get that far. That's what I'm saying. We made the characters, and they were really cool. And then we were like, now what do we do? I don't know.
Well, I guess you have to have a camera, and you take a picture,
Yeah.
and then you pinch the clay a little bit, and then you take another picture.
We did have an 8mm camera with a little whatever you call those things, remote
Frame by frame, advanced thingy.
Yeah. I don't think we ever tried filming it. No, we definitely didn't. I don't remember ever, like, we just didn't do it. I don't know. I don't know what happened to the guys either. I don't know why they didn't survive. We probably got really stoned and then just, like, molded them into something else.
All right. All right. So is it a laptop that you're going to be using to play PC games?
No. I'll stick to my PS4 and then my Xbox One when it comes.
Xbox One. You are going to be gaining an Xbox One coming up next month, right?
My birthday.
Yeah. Glad to have you joining the buy crowd here. Me and Flex are buy.
Yeah, I'll be a buy. In for the social.
So then you can be like Flex and irritate everybody.
Yeah.
That's right. You can get them across all access.
It's like nobody's safe from the annoyance that is Flex. No, just kidding. All right, so what's the first game that you're going to get for your Xbox One?
It'll be Titanfall.
Yes, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
You'll like it.
Yeah, I've seen some of your footage, and it's I like the look of that. It was pretty good. Something different.
Battlefielding.
So you still sniping a lot?
Occasionally, yeah.
Using that old, the other day I've never played sniper. I suck at being a sniper. And the other day I was playing with Headhunter, and he turned me onto this one rifle. You get it on top of the roof on one of the maps. I don't remember which one.
Oh yeah, that one. I know which one you're talking about. It's got the rangefinder and everything on it.
Oh, that's a nice gun. I could use that and be a sniper.
It'd be cool if they allow it, in the game instead of just a pickup weapon.
Yeah. But I was actually sniping people. They were getting pissed.
Oh hell yeah!
So they have pickup weapons in that game?
Oh yeah. They even got this. I don't remember the name of the weapon, but it's a rocket launcher that's from hell. You sit there, you target one person with it, or a vehicle, in the air, on the ground, doesn't matter, in the ocean, and you launch it. And also they let off their flares or whatever, and you let it sit for a second, it'll reload, and then you lock onto them back again, and those missiles that are flying off way in the distance will come back and hit them. And then you shoot them again.
Cool.
Yeah, we had one that wants to be in sub 1, but he doesn't have a computer. That is bad again.
Yeah, I can see it in the video and your comms.
Yeah, sometimes your voice is not synced up with your the picture.
Yeah.
Lag! He's lagging. What's that dog's name? Riley. We'll get rid of Riley.
More like Criley or Biley because he ain't nothing but a little biznatch. But he's seen the. Even when I was rolling with him, when I was what's his name? Words. Logan Mandius, yeah. First of all, the spoilers just in case. The SOB betrayed us. Freaking got shot in the ass. Was dead weight for half the freaking campaign. The other half he was out playing in a puddle or something. I don't even know. And then, as soon as we get done saving the world by shooting the what's his face and the thing in the ball and the stuff, play the game, guys.
It'd be cool if at certain parts of the campaign he starts humping your player's leg, and the only way to get him off is to press X as fast as you can.
And you stab him repeatedly in the jugular.
The jug.
I added that ending myself.
Go for the jug.
Yeah, that was quite a success as far as productions that our musical theater department puts on goes. Had a really good turnout, really good success. We even had people in the community write up reviews for it and put in papers and stuff like that, and all positive.
Cool.
Well, how come you didn't put up any video? I want to see you belting it.
Because with every musical, to put one on, you have
copyright.
Yeah, you have to pay a license to do that musical.
Yep.
And then if you make a profit off it, like by selling the video without permission, then you will get in trouble.
Yep.
The dreaded YouTube police. Have you ever had a video
strike?
I haven't had a strike, but I've had it like this video cannot be viewed in these countries.
Yeah, I've had that happen once with.
That's all about Australia. Australia is a bunch of pansies. They don't even let like showing of blood or whatever, even if it's like an M-rated game. It's like,
yeah,
boy,
they
this
ban
person
games
right here has boobies, banned in every single part of us.
Crikey!
It happened to me once with Halo Anniversary, with my Halo Anniversary Let's Play. It picked up some of the music from the game, and then like it was like, oh, this music is copyright. I'm like, it's in the game.
Who cares about the music? It's like,
Funny.
I don't know if you've ever seen it, but they got gravity-defying boobies. And
Defying gravity.
Funny, but true story. I put up a Theory of a Dead Man video from their concert, and they flagged it. I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Copyrighted material.
Oh my goodness!
Somebody else thought he was dead before you did.
That's right. Somebody else had that theory before I had of the dead man.
It's just a game theory.
What is just a hashtag game theory? Go check them out. Just click out of the video right now and just go check game theory.
Hey, that's a good channel. You know they got like over 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, I love game theory.
Wow.
And it's not even that old.
Yapping
It's
out
only
back.
it's only like about 2 years old, or not even 2 years old, or something.
I want 1 million subscribers. Quick.
And boom, there it is. Just everyone's blowing up
Boom.
the video. Blow it up,
Boom.
guys.
Blow it up.
Even Drifter doesn't have 1 million subs yet.
Boom. Headshot.
You know why he doesn't have 1 million subs? It's because he doesn't do any more noob versus pro. That's why he doesn't have 1 million subs.
Yeah, what the hell, Drip? Somebody
You know
link
what?
this. Minions, link this
If
to
you-
Drifter.
We met
But-
via gaming.
I enjoyed to play it.
Really? So tell us the story of how you all met.
He was my priest. I was the warrior.
Yeah, we played Maple Story. I was the healer, and
Role reversal.
I needed somebody that could do some damage. So she happened to be in a guild that my buddy ran, and I knew her for like a week, and just out of a fluke decided I was going to go see her art show in Pittsburgh because I had the weekend off. So I drove out to Pittsburgh, hung out for the weekend, and
5 years later, this is where we're
Wow.
at.
So
We
how
got
far
married
did
2
you
years
how
later.
far did you have to go to go
Awesome.
visit?
6.5 hours.
Wow.
I ended up moving there because it ended up being
Cheaper.
expensive. I was going there twice a month for like 8 days. So it ended up like not only was I taking tons of time off of work, but it was just cheaper.
Wow.
So we ended up doing that and ended up getting married, and here we are.
So there is an
5 years later.
LDR that worked, kids. It can it can happen.
Yep. Long distance relationships can work, except we kind of kept ours long distance for very, very short period of time. But we're
like the 2%.
Yeah, we're like the 2%. Spent a ton of money, made it work.
Well, all right.
Now we live together and got a house in Pittsburgh, and yeah, we're good.
Is there a coconut mojito?
I think we should make it happen.
I don't know, but it's a very strong possibility that could be a thing.
You know, Aaron, you could just possibly have created a trend. A meme, if you were.
A mixology trend.
Let me Google it real quick.
we're going to find out.
He's Googling.
Oh, nope, it's already a
Oh,
thing.
shit.
No.
You damn
I've never
copier.
had, so it's not a thing.
I have tasted of the devil's nectar,
Yes.
yes.
Are you a fan?
No.
Not a fan.
Really?
Not a fan. I'm not a fan of bitter tasting anything.
No,
Oh, goodness.
You haven't had the right thing yet. That's
right.
why.
You got to get the.
Probably not.
You know, let me tell you what you do is you go out and get yourself a bottle of Jack Daniels, a half gallon, and pop the thing off of it that you used to pour. Try free pouring. Whoa.
Well, I mean, I can't really drink right now for
That's right.
a while.
Right.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
'cause-
That's true.
'cause, you know, he'd be ill and stuff. How are you doing?
Yep. I'm doing just fine. Don't worry.
We don't have to worry about you?
Nah.
I don't know if I mentioned this ever, that I played a PC game called Terra.
You may have mentioned it once or twice.
Yeah. So it was an MMO, so it was very, all these Titan class, a DPS, a tank class, a DPS class, and a wizard type class.
Yeah, that's the game that most people who are into My Pretty Pony are into that game, right?
Oh.
Flex, is that the one you play?
Yeah, that's my favorite game.
Anyway, Anyway, okay, so as
You'd
far
have
as
to
the
ask Pony who's into him.
okay, so as far as the multiplayer, that's what I'm the most interested in. I mean, I
guess
like
he's your little pony, so it makes
I
sense.
like
Go
the
ahead, sorry.
Borderlands. I like the Borderlands kind of stuff. You know, just exploring worlds and getting loot and all that. That was fun, but it's like I still wanted, you know, competitive multiplayer. How would you?
Okay, I placed a video out there today that was basically it's all positioning. The multiplayer had a lot of Titanfall aspects to it, but as opposed to just smash the button and fire and kill, it's all about positioning, because you can get shot once and then you can roll, you throw your grenades, you've got your super, which is your grenade power, whatever it is, and you can escape the death, but it's all positioning. And I found that to be quite refreshing. It's a totally different way of playing multiplayer to me. No, though, this was Destiny. You didn't play the Destiny multiplayer. The Destiny multiplayer was a weird experience, but it was refreshing.
Wasn't the I'll say it wasn't the O.J. Simpson trial, like, isn't this a anniversary, like 20 years or something like that?
Yeah, it was in 1994.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Yep, the Bronco ride, wasn't it?
That was
in the
crazy.
summertime,
I remember
wasn't it?
exactly.
Or was it the actual murder today?
I remember exactly where I was and who I was with and what I was doing during the low speed chase. Yeah,
I was senior year in high school, and we were taking our final exams, and you go to school in the morning to take your exam, and then you go home at the I don't know, like 12. And I remember going home and watching it for the rest of the day. It was what was on for the entire rest of the day on every channel.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know what OJ thought was going to happen. You know, it's like, maybe we'll lose them.
Yeah, with 57 police cars following him down the highway.
I don't think OJ knew. Yeah, obviously.
Well,
he was busted, and he didn't know how the hell he was going to get out of it.
He's obviously not the brightest bulb.
So everybody is like, quit the two big shooters, and Halo is like gotten so old and long in the tooth. It hasn't been it was released back when Black Ops 2 was released. It's been like a year and a half. It's over a year and a half old. So its player numbers are way down, but I am enjoying it anyway. It's renewed. It's invigorated me.
Me and Yam have been playing Halo.
Yeah,
we admit it. We're Halo addicts.
Yeah, it's fun.
My name is Flex, and I'm a Halo addict.
And Titanfall is like came at a great time. So anyway,
looking forward to Destiny that's coming out. It's going to be pretty.
Destiny is going to be huge. How big do you think it's going to be? I mean, do you think it's going to be the number one?
I hope so. Yeah, I hope there's going to be something new that everyone else has got to raise their bar. They've got to get up there. £100, $100 for a game nowadays, and that's it, isn't it? They've done it.
That's a lot of dough. You better like the shit out of that game.
When it doesn't work, it's a bit annoying.
So, are you looking forward to the new gaming season in the fall? Or are you looking forward to Advanced Warfare and Battlefield Hardline?
Well, I can't wait. Guy at work kind of teased us a bit. He said somebody on his webpage that Dragon's Teeth was going to be coming out. Well, yeah, Hardline, yeah. But Dragon Teeth was going to be coming out in the 3rd of this month.
All right, that's the DLC.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But Hardline, though, yeah, I can't wait for that one. I've heard a little bit about it. I haven't seen the videos yet.
I played it a little bit on the PS4. It's a lot like Battlefield. I mean, it's a Battlefield game.
Oh yeah,
it's
a little more modern.
The real adrenaline rush was.
Man, you're a cop though, right?
Or a robber.
Or a robber. It depends on which team you get put on.
That's kind of different.
But I thought the most adrenaline pumping part was going over to the other robbers' vault and stealing their money and bringing it back to mine. Man, getting across the map. That's pretty cool.
So, are you looking more forward to being a cop or a robber?
Robber.
Well, when you upgrade to next gen, are you going PS4 or Xbox One?
PS4.
Are you?
Oh, are you? Okay.
I like.
The
like
whole
both.
Xbox thing where most everything goes in the cloud, that just doesn't seem right for me. I want to be able to physically touch my discs and put them inside, and have enough room, for all my stuff. Because then you got to download. From what I understand, with Xbox One, you got to download all your stuff.
It pretty much works the same on both consoles.
Yeah, it makes you. Well, the PS4 makes you install too, but I don't think it uses. It don't use like a cloud. Does it? No. But I know the PS4, you can actually put a bigger hard drive in the PS4.
Yeah, you can open it up and put a bigger hard drive in.
It's a laptop hard drive, just a standard laptop hard drive, so you can put in as big a laptop hard drive as you can afford. Whereas with
does it have to be a laptop hard drive, or can it be like any kind of external hard drive?
No, it's got to be a laptop hard drive.
It's got to be a laptop because the PS4 don't support.
It doesn't support external hard drives.
External hard drives.
The Xbox One, you can't change the hard drive, but you can add, external ones.
Yeah, here you can upgrade to larger cloud, so you got to buy that.
You need to get a new cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should. But you know what? I've got a system that works. All my gear actually works.
It does.
And it's like, since we have to crank these out every single week, it's like changing anything could fuck up my shit, and I sort of don't want to risk it.
I don't blame you.
Because just earlier you were trying to get your mic to work, and you're having all kinds of troubles. So I don't want to change anything, so we can keep doing this.
This is what I talked to my mom on. You have
what the heck?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Deaf people, they back when I was a kid, they used to talk by teletype. They had a huge teletype. It was military teletype with a big roll of paper and mechanical keys and a big block you would put your phone receiver on. But you dial your friend's phone number, and most deaf people have their hall lights hooked to a relay, then hooked to their telephone, so they know it's ringing. So you would answer the phone and put your receiver on this and just type back and forth on a teletype.
Yep, I remember those.
And then several years later, when electronics and I guess late 70s, early 80s, they came out with a little TDD teletype device, whatever, little small one. But now they all use video, and most of them have it's called a company called Sorensen gives out free to deaf people this device you hook to your telephone, your TV.
So do you type what you're saying?
No, it's
into
video.
A keyboard?
Video.
So you can actually
video relay.
Yeah, but if a person is deaf, how do they hear what you're saying?
You can see
You're signing. You're signing to them.
Yeah, they can see. They can see you.
Okay.
And so, but right before the Sorensen came out with the one that hooks to your TV, they were giving these out. Well, my mom didn't want it, so she gave it to me. So this is what I use, and her video shows here, and there's a little camera right there that picks me up, and then there's a keypad right here where I can dial her phone number. That's how I talk to my mom.
I mean, we're having these conversations and we're scattered all over the place. And I remember a couple of times we've had conversations where it was like the whole is like just full of windows. It's like we're talking to shitloads of people.
My very first experience with a computer, I never owned one. I was a maintenance man at an orphanage back in I guess 80s, late 80s, early 90s. And I was walking through the child care area, and my friend was on his computer. He worked at night, so he brought his computer in, and he had a headset on. He was talking to his dad. I'm like, "How are you talking to your dad?" It was voice chat only. He said, "Well, I'm talking to him on a computer," and that just blew me away. So not long after that, we bought our computer and found out these guys were playing games, Duke Nukem and all those, and that's when I got into it. But multiplayer back then was typing your buddy's phone number into the game and hitting dial, and it'd dial his computer, and it would pick up, and that's how we played.
Wait, so is this the normal event, the exports, where they happen to have esports this year?
They added Call of Duty esports, a tournament with all the pro teams.
Oh, so add that to the normal X Games. With the
normal X Games.
No. See, what they do is they get everybody on bikes, and then they have wireless controllers in their hands, and they have to play while doing flips.
He just did a 720 rollover and a 360 no scope at the same time.
That's a total of 1080, people.
Hey, speaking of MLG, our pal Smiting Fatty was a caster last weekend at his first MLG tournament
in Anaheim.
Oh, dang.
We capped him. Awesome.
Yeah, we actually were watching him on MLG.TV casting. He looked good. He had that blue shirt. He had that swag, that YOLO swag.
Yep. He was looking awesome.
I love smiting not so fatty.
Have you guys ever got him on the show, Fatty?
Yeah, he's been on a few times.
2 or 3 times, yeah.
You know, he's such a nice guy. So
super cool.
unlike some people.
You think they might change his
Like
name
me.
to Smiting Skinny?
So it makes you wonder, you know, when he's about to get, you know, affectionate with Mrs. Smiting, it's like, does he
comment on it?
Does he do the play-by-play?
All right, now, hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Smiting Fatty here. I am releasing my Smiting Fatty by unzipping my zipper. This is Little Fatty. Now we are going in at a 45-degree angle.
It's funny how
Making sure
Smiting
to have-
Fatty is apparently his JFK impression too.
That's
Making
true.
Sure to have, they're co-hosts. Isn't that right? Do not ask what a condom can do for you. Ask what you could do to make more babies.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Smiting Fatty was casting. He's casting Miss MLG.
Right. In Anaheim?
No
yesterday.
shit.
Yeah.
We were playing Ignition. That's what it was. Ignition Domination.
Yeah, see, if you play with Mandy Button, you won't just get beat by a girl. You get fucking beat.
Raped.
Beat by a girl.
When we play together, we destroy. Like, we have like a set of group of people that we play with, which we actually just cut one of the people. But we have a group of people that we play with that, like, our chemistry all works really well together. Like, I slay, they play objectively. We have one more slayer, and it just works really well.
Had some pretty good matches lately. I had my best match I've ever had the other night playing with our entire group. I went 55-2.
It was retarded.
Oh shit!
It was my best match I've ever had playing
Fuck,
Call of Duty.
what map
That's
was on?
awesome, man.
I'm gonna be on my high horse for a second because I had a 27.5 KD, and then I think I went like 0.5 the next match.
Did you by any chance capture it?
Mm-mm.
Nope. It was one of those nights where she decided, oh, we're just going to play and I'm not going to record. Because we normally record everything we do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we record everything. She takes what's good, or she'll just scrap everything for the night. But that was one of the nights we decided, we won't record.
Let's just play.
And then all the crazy games.
Oh, man.
It happens like that every time. I had like an 83-5 match or something like that. Didn't record it.
It's not a campaign. They can call it a campaign, but it wasn't a campaign.
Yeah, they just put you in different multiplayer lobbies, and it's like, are you?
Yeah, whether you win or lose, you still advance. You know,
Yeah.
check that map off. There was 9 maps.
Yeah,
That was so ridiculous to call that a campaign.
Football or basketball, you still get paid.
If Titanfall had the MMO storyline that or co-op thing that you could go off of, and it tied into the multiplayer where things carry over like Destiny, it could have worked a lot better. Destiny is looking. I mean, this has been in production for what, 5 years from Bungie? I mean, they've been working on this forever, and they've seen a lot of failures and a lot of successes, and they've seen a lot of things that were successes become stale, a la COD. And I just think they really are capturing everything that we want. So if I go into multiplayer and I get my ass kicked, I'm going to go off by myself and just go into some missions and just get some points and have confidence and not just be beaten down by the 0.2 KD you get because there's nothing but multiplayer. You can go off and enjoy yourself and enjoy the game, and that's where Titanfall has a huge miss. Destiny has not.
But you know what my problem with Titanfall is? you get your once the Titans start coming out, it's like the game, like it's all about the Titans, and it's like you
I
get
never
another.
got in one.
Even if you get your Titan blown up, you get another Titan so fast.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
It's like there's nothing but Titans. It's like if the Titans didn't cycle as fast, and it was more pilot on pilot shooting, that would have been more fun. I don't know.
I never
think
got in one of the damn things. I get in one, I was dead.
So was I. I mean, I would get slaughtered every time. So
I know I'm already slow. Put me in a fucking Titan, and I'm like 10 times as slow.
I just opened a new bottle of Remy Martin, and that's trouble.
Oh my god!
I totally got hooked on the stuff. It's all Pete Townsend's fault.
I got some of this made stuff. I made my own wine.
You made that?
Yeah.
Nice. Is it good?
Yeah.
Nice.
I got 30. Well, I had 30 bottles of this.
Wow.
Took me like 6 weeks to make it.
Wow.
So how long did you have to stomp on the grapes with your feet?
You make it in your bathtub?
The concentrate. You buy the juice. You mix it. I mean, it's like the first time. My wife got me the kit, with the carboy and the the fermenter, and all the tools. She got me that for Christmas, and then I had to go buy the kit, which was like $180. So it's like it cost me like $30 a bottle to make the first batch. So I could have just went and bought wine for like $12 a bottle.
Yeah, you could have got really good wine for that.
Right, but so apparently every batch you make after that, you just have to buy the kit. You don't have to buy the whole thing again.
Yeah, you don't have to.
So then it turns out to be like $5 a bottle. We have the commercials here because we get like the New York stations. There's
I think I've
Sonics.
seen ads for it too. Yeah.
Yeah, there's Sonics downstate in New York, like maybe an hour from here and further. But there's none around here. But we get the commercials for it, and you look at the two guys in the car all the time.
Yeah, those two goofy guys.
They're eating the ice cream.
Those are their commercials.
Yeah,
I hate those. I hate those guys.
I think they're
I hate those guys so much.
I think they're hilarious, but I'm easily amused. So
I think they're funny. I don't know. They're just so fucking stupid. Well, I mean, if you like Battlefield Friends, I mean, it means your tolerance for stupid humor.
Theirs is a smarter brand of stupid.
No, I mean that Neebs guy is so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like
he's stupid,
No,
but
he
the
comes
stuff.
up with the funniest stuff, though.
Yeah, the stuff he says is very relevant to the game and what we're going through.
Sometimes.
Well, the other guys are funny, but it's like they're 3% of the humor, and he's 97% of the humor.
Yeah, he makes the whole show. I mean, without him,
if you watch the earlier seasons, I mean, he's definitely like the prime attraction. But the other guys have more. Like now, they're all just kind of like he's the comedy relief, and they're the straight bananas, and they just sort of feed his gags.
Yeah, I like the one where he's got a YouTube channel.
is that the Conquest and Kittens thing?
The kittens, yeah. So what happens? Did your cat make the cut?
They did not make the cut. They didn't make the cut. I don't know. Maybe they'll use it some other time. Apparently, and I figured I'm not the only guy that sent him pictures of their cats and said, "Use my cats in your video." I had a feeling I wouldn't be the only one.
He's told him that they just won the Irish sweepstakes. Is that still a thing?
The Irish lottery, yeah, it's pretty good.
Do you play that stuff?
I've not played it for a long time. But I used to be. Last place I worked at was in a syndicate, so that's pretty cool. So one probably every 2 weeks, small amount, but it was a nice little win.
There you go.
Never won bit.
So do you guys have some place that you go if you want to do some casino gambling?
Oh, there's loads, loads of places.
All right.
Casinos everywhere.
I'm no casino gambler. I ain't got no poker face.
Well, it used to be the only place in the U.S. you could go to gamble was Las Vegas and Reno, and then they opened up Atlantic City on the East Coast, and then Indian casinos sprang up all over the entire country. It's like you're no more than a 2-hour drive from a casino, no matter where you are.
Oh yeah, where I'm at right here in Minnesota, I'm 10 minutes away from 3 casinos.
Those Indians must be getting rich. They're all driving Humvees and like eating like caviar for snacks and shit. It's probably like that.
Mine's a weird one because I was born in Guernsey, Channel Islands, then moved up to Cornwall, then up to Nottingham, so I picked a bit up from everywhere.
Nottingham. So have you been to the Sherwood Forest?
Oh yeah. Yeah. The big major oak tree, yeah, in there.
So have you tried stealing from the rich?
Nah.
Robbing from the rich?
I've tried that, and they incarcerate you for that now. Apparently,
I think it's frowned upon.
So do you guys actually have a sheriff of Nottingham?
I think we do, but it's more to do with they do a tour around the castle, and he's kind of part of that with the mayor. And
there's like drinking. You got a bar, and then you drink, and then you start walking around, and your vision gets all wobbly from drinking. Kind of funny.
That's what I do when I play Black Flag from Assassin's Creed. Takes a little bit to get to counteract the alcohol, but it's kind of fun after you do that a few times.
Yeah, at Red Dead Redemption, you could buy a drink and you can just keep drinking till you pass out.
Mm-hmm.
That was a surprise to me that we didn't get any news on Red Dead Redemption 2 from E3. I was bummed about that.
Yeah, there won't be anything coming out anytime soon.
That was a pretty good shooter game too from when it came out.
Yeah,
friends don't let friends play Halo.
Oh, so you are not a Halo guy.
I actually did try the first Halo that when it did come out. It was the worst quarter I ever spent. Picked it up at a yard sale. It was trashed beyond belief, but the lady says, "Well, I can't let it go for what I was at. How about a quarter?" I said, "All right, fine, I'll have to give it a try." Took it home, cleaned the thing up, played it, and it was the worst gameplay I ever did.
Really?
I didn't care too much for it. The jumping. I mean, it just didn't feel right. I did try it for a week, and then I was over at my brother's house. He said, "Here, let's play this." I was like, "All right, fine, I'll play it." It's my brother. I haven't seen him in a while. Humor him. He's like telling me, "Hey, now take out those snipers over there since you got the sniper rifle." I went, "Where?" I'm looking around for these snipers. They're like, "He's right over there. See him?" No. Shit. And then, and I couldn't find any bad guys until they got up on me.
Yeah, well, they're pretty easy to see. They're either red or blue.
Yeah, with all the other lights dancing around me, I couldn't see anything.
That's the way Halo is, man. I mean, I've found that people either love it or they hate it.
That's true.
It's kind of like me.
People love him and they hate him.
Never in between.
You could have your own sniper derby.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is our freaking server is so unstable. Any changes you make, it just totally wonks it.
Yeah.
It's up and down, man. Still waiting for. They're supposed to call me tomorrow. The developer is.
Yeah. It took me several tries this evening to get on. So.
Yeah.
But see, I hopped once someone's in. I can get right in. We were playing all night till 9:30. We're like, oh shit, we got to go.
We got to go.
Yeah, we had a team full.
Cool.
But the server works. It's just getting it started, getting that first person in.
It's like
For the record, Ozymandias did not support drug usage. So
that's right. That's right.
So you smell.
Because Ozymandias is a role model for children.
I am a complete role model. Kids, don't do drugs. Just bitch people out on Xbox. You're safer that way.
That's right. Well, they must take your advice because I hear it all the time, all the damn time.
I'm on drugs.
Get it past that first sphincter and then it just pops right in.
The first sphincter? There's multiple sphincters.
You have multiple sphincters?
It's only because I got 3 30-0 free-for-all Moabs, and then it's like I just kind of lost my skill.
You got 3 Moabs?
Damn. You know what my KD was in Modern Warfare 3? 0.3. Yeah.
Yeah, so was mine.
Wow.
I was terrible.
Well, I would say
I
you
ended
got
off-
slightly better.
Well, just a little bit. I hit a 1.7, I think, yesterday, day before yesterday.
What was it?
1.7.
Wow.
Getting there.
Well, I think I'm 1.03, which is positive, which is positive, but not.
We won't go in. We won't go into Flex's KD.
I think I just hit.
I like the game.
Well, lately, me and Flex
0.88. That's pretty
Me and
good.
Flex and Aaron have been playing some Halo 4.
Oh god.
Halo 4.
And you know what?
If it was Halo 2.
Whenever we have Irish in the lobby, our team wins.
That's
I
right.
used to play Halo. I was real. It came out when I was in high school.
He's
old. I was like real big on it. We played Halo 1, 2, and 3 a lot. And then after that, it just like ODST was embarrassing as a game.
Such a letdown.
I didn't like Reach at all because I didn't like the aspect of jetpacks. I thought it like ruined the game just too much. Like I like sound and I like the fact that you could jump higher than everybody else, kind of thing. Like than playing Call of Duty. The jetpacks, no.
Well, next Call of Duty, you're going to have that shit, so be ready
That's
for
right.
it.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're adding the super jumper. It's like, I don't know if it's.
He's not happy with it.
I like
programmable grenades.
I
And
like just
stuff.
the shooters that are run around the map, jump off the side of the map, and land somewhere else in the map, kind of deal. So you can still kind of appear in front of people, but I don't like the aspect of being able to fly away from people. It's like almost like cheating. It's what it feels like. It doesn't feel right.
You're hacking.
Well, are you guys going to get the Master Chief Collection when it comes out?
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
Oh, yeah.
Without
Sweet.
We both started FPS playing Halo, so.
Oh man, when they said that was coming out, I was like, it's going to be like $200. I was thinking, and it comes out, and he's like, and it's going to be the cost of a regular game, and I'm like, holy shit.
When they started talking about everything that was in it, it's like it's going to have a big box to carry the kitchen sink. All right, so a lot of players who've never played a FPS are probably going to pick up Destiny, but a lot of the people who are going to play it are people who have been playing COD, Battlefield, and Halo. Who do you think it's going to steal the most player base from?
It's hard to say because the Halo base has stayed solid for so many years. And I'm not as experienced with the Halo fan base as I am with the COD fan base. To me, Battlefield's ripe for the picking. People they want a reason to leave DICE. And I understand that. And it's the same thing with COD. We're sitting here going, Advanced Warfare, wow, it's Black Ops 2 on steroids. Big fucking deal.
Right.
Thank you.
Give me something different. Now, I'm still going to get it. I'm still going to be excited for it. I'm still going to play it. But if it doesn't grab my nutsack and just hold on to it real tight like Ken does, I swear to God, I'm going to be back on Destiny faster than you can say.
Stink on shit.
Yeah, whatever.
It seems like on Battlefield, like the Battlefield players have an inferiority complex about Call of Duty. Like they feel that they have to prove that their game is superior to Call of Duty, and it's just, I mean, it's a different game. If you like the run and gun and the fast twitchy aspect of it, play Call of Duty. If you like what's supposed to be teamwork, even though it's not, play Battlefield.
And vehicles too. I mean,
Battlefield.
I love getting in vehicles. She knows, like, if I'm in the spawn screen and there's a helicopter available, I'll take it. It doesn't matter if we're losing or whatever. And I just can't resist. I see the little helicopter icon and I go, ooh. I may end up. I'm sure I'll eventually get a next gen console, and these days I'm thinking I may get an Xbox One just because there's better games to play than PS4.
I haven't really seen any exclusives on PlayStation that make it worthwhile to get a PlayStation 4 over an Xbox One.
Right. Well, it does seem like the PlayStation exclusive tend to be like narrative kind of games, and
Yeah.
those are the big games, and they're huge. They're huge. Like Uncharted, and like Last of Us and stuff like that. Those are huge games, but they're very narrative, kind of single player campaign-ish kind of games, and it's not everybody's cup of tea.
It's not. I mean, I'm a multiplayer guy. Like I said earlier,
I like
don't
playing with friends. I like
Yeah,
playing
right.
with friends. Did you hear that the Fox network over here tried to do a show where they had how many women was it? 15 women, and then they brought a guy in that looked like Prince Harry, and they tried to make them believe that they were getting a chance to Prince Harry. Did you see that?
Yeah, we watched.
They canceled it.
Yeah, me and Ann actually were watching that, and then they canceled it after 4 episodes. But they put the remaining episodes on cable on demand, so we binge watched it. And just this morning, we watched the finale.
Was it funny?
It was emotional. It's like the guy who looks like Prince Harry. He looks a lot like him.
He does look a lot like
and he's got a very sophisticated accent, and he sounds like an educated guy. So he was able to pull it off, and pretty much all the girls. These are American girls, by the way.
Yeah.
So they would not be super familiar with Harry, and they did that on purpose. Because if they were to get like a dozen English girls, they would probably, everybody knows what he looks like, everybody knows what he sounds like. But I mean, he's famous over here, but we don't have a tabloid that follows him around everywhere he goes.
He's kind of a mystery to us, I mean, he's like, our only exposure to him has been when he came over and did the striptease at Las Vegas, and then he came over for, was it a wedding not too long ago? Him and I don't remember, but our exposure to him is we only get to see the bad things. We don't get to see the good stuff that he does.
Well, he's in the military, right?
Yeah, he's done lots of good.
Yeah, so he's not a slacker. He's a.
He does his bit. He earns his corn. But he's kind of the cool one because he knows he's not going to be king, so he's kind of, well, fuck it, I'll just get along and just enjoy life. And he knows.
There you go.
So you had a dude, where's my car moment.
I was going to say, real life dude, where's my car?
Which was a great movie, by the way.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude! I was like, what'd the other guy say?
Sweet!
Sweet, yeah. Dude! Sweet! If you haven't seen the movie, check it out.
Yes, you will laugh.
You will cry, and you'll wish you had your life back. I mean,
if there's a new Resident Evil movie coming out, then there will be a new Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
That's true. What's that chick's name who plays...
Mila
Jovovich or something?
Is it Mila Jovovich?
She's kind of sexy for a skinny chick.
You know all the movies she was in, right?
What?
I've seen a couple.
Fifth Element.
Oh, she was in Fifth Element?
Right. She was in that.
She was the Supreme Being.
Wasn't she the main character in Underworld?
And she was also in Dazed and Confused.
Yes, she was, and she was the Stoner Dat guys where they're going to have the very first party's girlfriend.
Yeah. The Stoner's girlfriend.
I'm strangely both aroused and hungry.
Oh, he's in them now. Oh, his.
Oh my God! That
has to be the new jam. You have to screen cap this to make this the new profile image for the channel.
We totally could do that.
Put it on Twitter. Hashtag Flex is best.
There, did you get a look?
We gotta look at your bum. Let's have a big hand for Flex! Yay!
Spank it hard.
So anyway, if you are still watching Bulletproof Underwear episode number 104,
good
for you.
2 years.
2 years.
2 fucking years.
52 weeks times 2, 104. Thank you, everybody. So I am your co-host, Yam Juice.
And I'm your co-host,
And
Flex.
we'd like to thank our special returning guests, Mr. Irish Shark,
I'm
Cloud
down. Just let me know.
Cloud Boosted 9, Amanda Button, this is Mr. Walmart Clown, Mango, Shiznet 23, Denjoga, Jester Moon, Hatchet, Willi Shot U, Headhunter 60Z, T-Gizzle 423, Ozzy Mandius the Talking Dog, yay!
Yay.
Thank you.
And of course,
I like it.
I love
I still love that.
Congratulations.
Looking
Thank
forward
you.
to seeing it, man.
All right.
all right, so Mr. Flex, you know what to do.
See y'all later. Boop.